blast off.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love
How are you?
Mwah. How you doing?
You look like you got color. What, you sent in the sun again?
Hey, you know
somewhere?
me. I always listen. That's the only thing I want in a car is just a sunroof.
Sunroof, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I swear to you. You sit there. If you're waiting, whatever it is, you just pop that sunroof open.
You probably need it so you don't hit the headliner.
There we go. Here we go.
Well, my car,
You're right.
my car is
You laugh.
empty.
You laugh, but it's true. Everybody says that.
I did
yeah.
some spring cleaning in the car this weekend.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, it's a little more room.
Stop it. No, you
yes,
didn't.
it did. A little bit better. And we have two memorable people here that started with the club 13 years ago. Dave Gussin, 516 ads, 631 ads. What'd you add to it now? Something else?
I hear a new area code's actually coming into Nassau. They didn't say it.
There you
They
go.
always say that in New
Within the
York.
next year, there's going to be a new area code.
Probably.
Don't worry. You'll
Thank
still
you for
remember
coming.
516 ads.
I posted you everywhere in the last 2 days.
Thank
Did
you,
see
thank you. Sorry for all the hate mail you might have received.
No, but everybody loves you to death. And then Mr. Frank Perruzza, fantastic collisions.
What's up, buddy?
Best auto repair guy in Long Island, ladies.
Yeah.
He could build a car from scratch.
That's right.
He's
Two
been doing
blocks?
it. He's been doing it for 40 years, maybe since he's 70 years old.
2 blocks north of New
Actually,
Hyde
since I've
Park
been 12
Road.
was the first car I painted.
Okay, I don't want to exaggerate. 12.
Yeah, it was the first car I painted. It was 12 years
And
old.
he was a
It was a
race car
1968
driver.
Fireburger. I painted it from green to red. I bought it from a
Fire burger?
Firebird.
Oh,
Fire
Firebird.
burger.
I thought it was like a McDonald's car. Firebird.
That sounds like a new
Because it
sandwich
was
we
red.
can make.
Firebird, I heard of. The Fireburger. Different restaurant.
It was in fire. That's why it was red.
Different restaurant.
Just think, a fireman should start a fire burger at their
There you
firehouse.
go.
We're so
Little
creative here.
restaurant off of the fire
So
truck.
I remember about 4 years ago when you decided to go back to racing once. And you scared the hell out of me, and
right.
you did it. You raced the car.
Yeah.
And we were worried, but you did come back, thank God.
You see right now.
One piece.
That's for sure, right? One piece.
One piece.
And you had a good time. It was something, it was like a midlife
Yeah, I
crisis,
I
right?
did it for like 4 years.
Now,
Yeah,
why
4
does
years.
it have to be a midlife
But when a
crisis?
guy goes
no,
back
wait a
to-
second.
Actually,
When
it
a
wasn't-
kid does it when you're young, wait a second now. But when a kid does it when he's young, he's a crazy lunatic, right? When you're young, all of a sudden you reach mid whatever. Now it's a midlife crisis, right? And then when you get, say, older, now you're just out of your mind. How about, hey, I just did it because I just wanted to.
Well, that's
And
true.
I just, I couldn't afford to buy a race car, couldn't afford to build one. I just want one. And now I'm able to have fun and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I didn't say if it wasn't for you.
No,
I'm saying if it wasn't.
But
You know what I mean?
my career was weird because I did it as a hobby because I owned a repair shop, and I did it as a hobby, and then I was pretty good at it because I did road racing. I didn't do drag racing, and somebody that was very wealthy bought an Indy car, and that's how I got involved with professional racing. She called me up. She liked the way I raced. And her father always liked me, and her father passed away and left this girl a lot of money. She bought an Indy car, and then she needed a driver. Yeah, that's how it really happened. And then I started racing professionally, but only not the circuit. I would get called to do a race, and I would go 3 days before the race, practice, and then do the race.
Yeah, I thought I asked you before. 211 miles an hour is your top speed?
Top speed.
What is it?
211.
Jeez.
I gotta tell you, there's
That's
Mario
rocket stuff.
Andretti, and then there's Frank Perruzza. I mean, you were right there. You were one win away from being the next Mario Andretti.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I got to live my dream. Everybody has a dream in life, and I was very lucky in life to live a dream.
How
I got
nice
to
is
live-
that? Everybody,
live-
I'm
Right.
living my dream now.
Right.
I am. I'm
Yeah, you are.
very
That's right.
happy.
That's right.
Actually, Frankie's life would be a scary dream of mine. I'd be driving really fast, and then all of a sudden I wake up, and thank God, dream over.
Well, there's something about
Oh, my God.
there's something about reaching the age of 50 where you finally realize you can live that dream. You can learn to love your journey. You can do this, and you don't need permission anymore.
That's right. You're absolutely right about that
That
one.
is deep.
Yeah.
That's
You gotta
deep.
save
telling
that.
you.
You gotta save that for your Breakfast Club crew. I told
I'll go
you,
for that, I'll go for
I
that.
had a couple of coffees this morning. You never know what's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
come out of my mouth. Including my Rodney Dangerfield voice, obviously.
Okay. But it is true. I mean, really, think about it. I'm sure you've done some things lately that maybe you didn't think twice about, just did it.
Yeah, I'm boring. I'm hibernating myself in the house. I haven't been around people in 278
So-
days. I
Right, you must be-
never thought I would do that.
Hold on, and you're counting how many minutes, how many seconds?
And I know that you have, and I don't even have to ask Greg because he's always involved in something new. And I just respect that because I like that kind of stuff.
The new thing is axe throwing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you know what?
The new yoga.
Listen, you know what?
Really?
Listen,
Axe
no, you're
throwing?
gonna laugh.
You need
know-
some axe
They're
throwing,
gonna-
Frankie.
No, he's gonna kill somebody.
We could go out for doubles. Me, you, bring a date, axe
you go.
throwing. If the
Just
date don't
remember-
go well, you go up there.
And then I just get a ticket. I don't even go to jail.
Let's do the cigarette trick.
Here, bring your girlfriend over there that you don't like. Here, hold that cigarette right there.
No one would ever get hurt here. They wouldn't allow it.
Oh, jeez. That's hysterical, really. That's a good one. I like that.
No, you know, before we get on with the show, today is National Peanut Butter Day. That's a good thing.
Crunchy or smooth?
Well, whatever
Both?
you like. They have
True.
both.
Both.
Yeah.
In today's world, we got to be
Yeah, that's true.
diversified.
That's
Both.
right. That's right. You know, never realized that how many people. Now wait, I know I'm bringing out my age, and I mean, well, we're all about the same age anyway.
Speak for yourself.
So, anyway,
Crunchy
I
is-
know.
crunchy is
okay,
smooth.
My
know,
God,
and
I like
listen,
crunchy.
listen,
What do you
listen.
like?
No,
Crunchy.
listen,
You like crunchy?
I like
used to-
crunchy,
I
too.
used to. But it's just, I just don't like anything caught in my damn teeth.
I tell you one.
That's the only thing.
Get a
Well, listen,
toothbrush.
like crunchy,
Listen,
believe it or not,
wait,
has
you're-
less sugar
you're-
than
you're out.
smooth.
Listen.
You know that?
You what?
Crunchy has less sugar
Does it
than
really?
smooth.
This is serious.
I'm sorry. I gotta watch out what I say.
Give me a healthy peanut butter.
It doesn't matter. Crunchy has less sugar in
All
any
right, so
than well,
I hate that healthy peanut butter in the store because you see
Yes.
that oil between
Oil,
the
Jim, yeah,
peanut
but that's supposed to be
butter.
healthy.
I'm like, I don't want that. I want to do my
It's supposed to be
freaking
healthy.
chicken.
sometimes the healthy stuff is not that healthy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
With all
So
the additives
anyway-
that they put
That's
in
right.
it will kill you.
But everybody now, it's like everybody's so
Health
conscious.
oriented, yes.
But wait, what I was saying before was when I was a kid, everybody ate peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
I love it.
Peanut butter and
I
jelly.
still-
And I remember kids, we would take the spoon, and I really wasn't a crazy peanut butter guy, but I loved it. You know what I mean? As long as I had it with jelly. I couldn't eat just a regular peanut butter sandwich, just too dry.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Listen,
either.
when I wanted to shut my dog up, I would take 2 fingers, I'd take the peanut butter, and I'd push it up on a pallet. So he's like,
The whole time for hours.
yeah.
For hours.
So that's why I love peanut butter. I was like, Mom, there's no peanut butter in the house.
Yeah.
I fed the dog most of the damn thing. But no, I just remember being a kid, nobody was allergic to anything. And if they were, we didn't know about it like
It
that.
wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal, but now you have to really be conscious of, you got to see the ingredients, if it has peanut butter or anything like that.
And peanuts is a bad allergy. Some
Yeah,
of them
right.
are to
It's-
peanuts,
see,
and they have
yeah.
them,
Oh, forget
know?
I have my
Lots of
nieces like
shots.
that. You can go in the
know.
hospital.
Yeah, got some major stuff.
Yeah,
And
major.
tomato sauce, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's you know what I want? Come here.
No,
Get up. Get up.
I just-
Get up.
We're gonna sit.
Get up.
No,
Sit over there.
no,
Get up.
no. I pointed something to
Get
tell
up,
him to
get up,
remember
get
to
up.
do it.
I can see me.
No.
Big freaking nose.
The purpose, what's going to happen now, you're not going to.
We need
Oh
a,
my God, I got a big nose.
Here it goes.
do we
Look
need
at
a,
that,
do
he
we need a,
moved
divorce, do
over.
we need a divorce attorney here?
All right.
Yeah,
We're
he
gonna
something
do
moved
this-
going
do
over.
this from here.
Now, Frankie,
There you go.
Frankie
Thank
would
you. My
never
notes.
do that to me,
All right.
okay? He would never
No, this is
want...
out of love. This is just out of love. That's all.
It's a love-hate
That's
relationship.
all. No, it's all love. It really is. From a distance. No. Anyway, and then today is a National Compliment Day.
Yes.
So
look-
see,
you
look,
look
I
great-
just
you look great
complimented.
today.
And you look wonderful too.
You look wonderful. Frankie, you
You look
good.
fantastic.
Valentina.
Hey.
Valentina
she's
always looks
fantastic.
good.
Yeah, she's
I'm
Always,
surrounded
always.
by handsome
We're
men.
good?
The audience
All right.
looks fantastic.
Yeah,
there.
we got Stephanie
Yeah.
Carlino, the co-founder.
I know that's right.
She's
She's
going
gonna
to
be
be
here.
coming
She's
up
gonna
a
be
little
on in a
while.
minute.
Yeah.
And anyway, today National Compliment Day, and then we have beer can. Now, see, look, what the hell is beer can appreciation day? But after you finish drinking the beer, you take it into a quiet spot.
Should have
caress it
French
and
vanilla
appreciate it.
coffee appreciation.
Right? I like my chai tea, chai latte tea.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and we have a couple of birthdays out here. We have Diane McDermott.
Yes,
Happy birthday.
Diane.
Happy
it's for
birthday,
you.
Diane. And then we have Bill Runs.
Rins?
Reens, I'm sorry.
That's Stephanie's beau.
Oh, is it? I'm
Yes.
sorry, my love.
He always provides us with
apologize.
champagne with Stephanie
right.
when we have a party.
His name become Bill Runs.
Stephanie, what do you got in that cup there, babe?
baby?
Nothing, forget it. We'll talk when you get on.
Did you hear what he said?
Nothing.
He said, what did you say?
I said his name become Bill Runs when you get mad at him. Then Bill
It
runs.
That's it. That's it. Right? And then
And we have
then
Camille. Camille
Can you
above.
just let me see
No,
what I'm talking
but
about?
that's my
It
friend.
still doesn't even work.
No, it's
I'm not
a-
even finished and she's yapping.
All right, I'm sorry. Because I
ahead.
love them. They're like family. Camille and
Well,
Bob.
can I finish talking? We finish
Yes.
talking about Bill?
Happy anniversary.
Okay. Bob, Bill, I don't know, whatever they call you, Bob, Bill, I'm sorry. Camille, happy anniversary. Okay? And, before we continue, I'll just tell you something. I had a few events this weekend, and it was really a crazy, every weekend's a great weekend. It really is. I'm still alive, open up my eyes, and I see beautiful people, and I really mean that. They're not really beautiful inside sometimes, but I like people that are beautiful all the time. But anyway, these people are beautiful all the time. On Thursday, we had Power 78.7 radio. We had Voice. Carlos came through. Lizette Melendez came through. Suave, Stephanie Bennett. And this is Freestyle Artists. And these guys just created this radio station it's at 24 hours a day freestyle music. Now, a lot of people, they just think it's regular disco. It's pretty much almost the same. It comes off of the family of disco music.
Right.
And the guys who put this together was DJ MDW. This man has so much energy, I swear to you. I don't even know how the guy does it from the minute he walks in. He's up on stage, DJing, he's MCing, he's saying hello to everybody. This guy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I gotta tell you.
They all are.
He is,
They're all
this
that
guy's
way.
an amazing guy. And I gotta tell you, Mike Torres, you're off the chart.
Oh, I love
Dude, I love you, man. I love you for everything you did. They came nice and early. Him, and Benny B, I can't forget about you, Benny B.
Benny.
Those two, and Cliff, Cliff
Cliff.
Fernandez.
Oh.
You should have seen we had to prep everything up, for Thursday. And we're there pushing wires, getting the speakers, placing this. And you really see how much they really care
Oh, yeah.
about what they do. Now, a lot of people have jobs and they don't really, they just do it because it's a job, it's a paycheck.
Right.
But these guys don't do anything for like money like that. They do it because they have the love
They have a lot
of
of heart.
music. And I got to say, guys, thank you so much. And and Chaz Gordino, I'm sorry, forgot about you there. And it was just a crazy,
Amazing.
crazy event.
No,
and I
just
got to
like
say,
even-
thank you so much,
Even
guys.
the people that have bands, for all the work that they do to get paid the little money, they do
Yeah,
it for
you know
their
what?
love.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Lugging all that
I don't know
equipment.
how. Like, I got to tell you, with bands.
I don't
But
know
you
how
know what?
they
But
do.
you know what the thing is? I got to tell you. I say about bands. When they play, they do it for the love of music. When you have these guys, we're not talking about like the young kids. They're all about the money.
Right.
They want everybody to do everything because they're a star. But people our age, they do it for the love.
Oh yeah. I mean,
They're like, they don't even care about.
well, think about it. The drummer, all that stuff. He's
Yeah.
got to lug in, lug out, amplifies, all the stuff to get like
Yep, that's right.
$200 for the night. It's
Yeah.
and it's a cold night.
really.
And
God,
I
they get
feel
paid
so-
more than that. Just to let you know. But I'm just saying. But it would be nice. But no. But it's true. And on Friday we had a big dance party. This was like old school disco music, and it was great. And I got to thank John Pizzazz. You got your it's DJ. I'm sorry. I had the wrong one. I'm sorry. John Marinaro. Steve Marinaro. Steve, I'm sorry. You know what? I wrote the wrong
Marinello.
thing down. Please forgive me.
Steve
And this guy,
Marinello.
Steve, thank you so much. I'm telling you. And Steve's definitely going to be back. And I'm looking forward to it. It was just nonstop this whole weekend. And then at the end, we topped it off on Saturday. We went off the hook. Sorry, Mean Machine. What am I doing? Today, it's too early for me.
Maybe you
well,
drank too
you know.
much coffee and you're going too fast.
And you got up early because you were here.
Yeah,
you were
too
here
early. Yeah, I had to come here early.
Yeah, you
But
got
Mean
up too
Machine,
early.
guys, thank you so much. You guys are phenomenal. You know how much I love you.
I
So,
got to say that the masquerade party was hoop.
Yeah, it was a great masquerade
Oh,
party.
and
It
I
was.
even
Yeah,
danced.
yeah. Did you?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Mr.
Look at you.
P,
And I didn't even pull a pole down. I didn't
Mr.
put the
P,
pole
and
up.
I were dancing on the dance floor.
Really?
Yeah, he even came for a little while,
All
which
right,
was sweet.
Mr. P. 2 thumbs up, baby.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, so, and then one thing I do want to mention, guys, if you go on Facebook and you look under Catherine Lemonade, and I have to tell you, Drav is this guy that I met. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guy. I had to go out of town, and he was sitting there with his partner, barbecuing at the hotel. Okay? Barbecuing at this hotel, outside, like they have the pool area, whatever it is. So all four of us, all the guys getting out, and we're going in the car, and we smell it. You have to pass the parking lot. So I turned around, and of course, I have to make a comment. So he turns around and he says, "Well, guys," he says to me, he says to us, he goes, "Hey guys, why don't you come over and have a little bite and taste my food?" Now this guy can cook. It was like a skirt steak he made, and it was just him and his partner. It was a skirt steak. It was like chicken. It was, I don't know. This guy is no joke, and he started a company called Catherine's Lemonade. You got to look it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And like his page, Catherine's Lemonade. And I got to
Okay.
tell you, yeah, and you could have lemonade shipped to wherever. And I was like, lemonade? He goes, just go on my page. He goes, you don't even have to say anything, but please go on his page, Catherine's Lemonade, like his page, and see what he does. And then I said, why don't you do something with cooking? He goes, that's the next step. But his lemonade, he won't tell me what he puts in there.
Must be some
But
secret.
yeah, but I got to tell you, he had a jar and he gave. It was great. It was great. So, Drav, 2 thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The boys, thank you so much. And next time we're out there, we're definitely going to stop by.
That's
And let me
terrific.
see. Did I make the? No, that's it for now. All right. So.
So let's chat. What the hell's going on, David? I miss
Wait,
you.
one more thing. To my son, got accepted to Chaminade High School.
Oh, excellent.
So, John Gregory, the kid's an amazing. I mean, all my kids are amazing, but I'm really, really super, super proud. We went there, and he loved it. He wanted to join every club.
That's terrific.
And,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so lacrosse, he wants to play. I mean, football, he's going to play. And he says, Dad, there's a rifle team. I didn't even know that. But then it's such a small world. I see the coach, and it's one of my very dear friends.
Jeez.
Oh, small world.
And I didn't even know that. It was his father. That's a coach. And they had oh my God, he was just so, I was just so happy. I was like,
Oh, the
"Come on, let's go to
Chaminade
this one.
kids is
Let's
so
go to this one.
nice.
Let's go to this one." You know, every table had
Good.
some event
Yeah.
going on, something going on. So, John Gregory,
Congrats, John
definitely
Gregory. I'm
1,000 thumbs
proud
up.
of
I'm very
you.
proud of you.
That
so,
is great.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Great
now we can
news.
start. I'm sorry.
So, David, you're looking good, but you're still growing that hair again. You're growing the beard, you're growing the hair again.
Well, my hair's not that long. No
Well,
beard?
no, not bad.
Beard? Gotta get rid of the beard?
I don't like the beard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of the beard.
Okay.
I'll get rid of the beard next
Yeah,
time.
it's just not who you are.
It's National No Shaving Day.
No, that's next week.
Oh, okay.
That's
That would
next
have been
week.
good. Anyway, I came here because I'm using 2/22/22 as a turnaround day for the entire country and the entire world.
I love
and,
it.
And I am announcing that I am keeping David for President 2024.com.
Great.
All right. Excellent.
We have work to do, which is
Well,
why
you
I'm
have
here.
a nice
I'm on the
picture already.
campaign. I'm on the campaign trail today.
That's great. Well, you're not political, so that's a good thing.
No, I'm not political yet. Actually, in today's world, when they say that, I think sometimes people are forced to be. There are some people that I've known for 50-something years. We've never discussed politics in our entire life,
But
not
till
one
now.
time. But in recent times,
Yes.
it would be disingenuous to say in some form it hasn't been forced upon people.
Well, right
even
now,
if they don't want it to be.
I'll be honest, we don't talk politics in our family anymore. My sister, I love her to death. Can't talk to her about it.
No, not politics, but I'll talk ideology, and I'm a big fan of freedom, liberty, and justice for all,
Yeah.
and anything that hurts that, and that's so. You know what those? I was thinking about that. They're not facts. They're aspirations and something wonderful to live up to. Freedom, liberty, and that's not a fact. Freedom, what? It's not
Right.
a fact. Liberty. I still not even sure what liberty is, and justice for all. Justice.
Right.
So those aren't facts. But they're great ideologies to live up to, and I don't understand how anyone could be against those things. So I'm very unhappy with our current state of affairs, in society. One thing they've done in a country that we're allowed to think what we want, but that's all going to change now. They've taken away the right to doubt, and people have a right to doubt.
Sure
They have a right to worry, doubt. So now, let's say it was something else, like someone wrote, if you told me that if I take 2 smallpox shots and get a booster and I still got smallpox, I'd have a right to have a doubt.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people could mandate
What you should
doubt.
do.
doubt.
Right.
I actually think if someone tells someone what they have to do with their health,
I think they go
that's
the
a,
opposite way.
Right.
that's a
Yeah, 'cause you're
tremendous
forcing
amount.
someone, right.
But it's a tremendous amount of audacity. Who are you to tell anyone
Right.
what to do with your health when there's so much doubt?
Right.
How are you so sure of yourself when there's so much doubt? And who are you to butt into other people's stuff when there's so much doubt? So those are concerns of mine.
This country's trying to they're trying to divide us, and I don't think that's.
We
a
got to
good-
change that.
That's,
Right.
that's right.
And
That's
there
true.
when I was young, there was no division. You were who you are. If you were a good person, you were a good person.
Yep.
You're a bad person, you were a bad person. And everybody was honorable.
That's right.
And if you told somebody something, because we didn't have cell phones, you stuck to your word. Because you didn't have the last minute where you can pick up the cell phone and make some text, not even call the person, text somebody some BS
Mm-hmm.
story why you can't show up. Because you don't have to look them face to face or that
And tell
person
the truth, right.
and tell the truth. You could do it in a text. And that's
Well, that's an
terrible.
easy way out.
That's
Which part?
Texting,
Texting's a great tool. I
It
love
is.
texting.
No, I love it too.
But
but
for-
if you
for-
don't want to show up somewhere, like he said, you
Yeah.
text someone.
It's a good way for me to communicate with my daughters without overwhelming them.
absolutely,
Like I didn't
yes.
talk to my parents every day growing
Right,
up.
right.
But I think if we had
Yeah.
texting, they might
I
have
mean,
just
listen,
said
it
good
definitely,
morning.
I
it
love
definitely,
it.
listen to me. It's definitely has its positive points
Definitely.
of what media. I mean, I always say when somebody talks about media, I'm not kidding about media. I'll be honest with you. The first 15 minutes, you're sitting there, you're listening to who got killed, shot, robbed, raped, whatever. And you know what? I don't want to. That already just gives me anxiety just thinking about it. I have kids that are still going to school, young kids, and even family, friends that live in certain areas that they wish they can get out of. And you sit there, you got to worry. Well, this on this block right here, this one took a gun and shot him 4 times, and da da da. And then you try and end it on a good note. Well, let's talk about whoever's birthday. And I understand they want to let you know, but sometimes it makes you. It really does. At one point,
Makes you negative.
I got to tell you, it's so much negativity to me. It bothers me, so that's why I try not to ever watch the news. But it's true. I at one point when my older kids were smaller, we're at a park. This guy's walking around the park. He's walking around, but he's looking, and I just see him walking. But it wasn't like he was dressed to exercise. It's like right now, the way we're dressed, but just walk around the park and it was all kids. Now I thought maybe he could have had his kid, maybe his wife, his whatever was in there. But he's walking around, and I got a little nervous. I don't know why. But I walked up to the guy and I said, "Excuse me," and he kind of looked at me really weird, whatever. And I said, "Do you have any kids here or anything?" And he just looked at me, and a lady from across the street yelled at me and said, "No." She goes, I didn't say, I wasn't mean to him or anything, but I just asked him, "You're walking around and I'm feeling uncomfortable because my kids are in there and whatever. I don't know what he's doing." But it's the media that made me like that. When you were little,
your
listen, you
antennas
said,
went up, your vibe went up.
yeah,
There was something
and
about
you know what? But
you
the
didn't have a
the
good
guy
feeling
the
for
guy
it.
was sick evidently, and she came out. She says, "That's what my son does. He just walks around." And I said, "Man, but not for anything." And I'm not saying your son would ever do anything, but it just makes people feel a little uncomfortable that you're walking around the park where it's just a kid's park.
Constantly, yeah.
And I don't have the right to even say that to that woman. I mean,
Right.
years later when I thought, I was like, "What a schmuck." I mean, the kid has a problem, whatever it is, and I didn't say he should walk. It's like I'm telling
Where to walk.
Where to walk, and I have no right to do that. You know what I mean? If the
that
guy
part,
lives
yeah.
across the street, she's keeping an eye, so she's watching her kid. Because there was something definitely wrong with it.
Multiple things going on at the same time. On one hand, you saw something weird around the children. You wanted to be protective. On the other hand, when you heard the story,
Well, his instinct,
you understood.
his instinct kicked in,
Instinct,
and,
yeah.
and he said, "Oh." And I always tell my son,
Yeah.
the way I raise you, if you think something's going wrong, something's not right in this situation,
Go with your
then
gut.
99% of the times you're right.
Yep,
know,
it's true.
even-
It's your gut. You got female intuition, male intuition.
How about those women that they get a bad feeling about a guy and they get
Yeah, whatever. All vice versa. Yeah, they
Oh.
listen, same thing. Same thing. I always say that. Never go against your gut. Your gut is guaranteed. I'm telling you. Your heart, I always say, is made to be broken. That's why I don't ever love like that and give you a full heart out. I always say. Because you know
But
what?
that's hard to
gonna
do.
No, that's it. There's no switch. I wish there was a medicine that I could create that you take and it just goes away.
There's like
No.
a cartoon.
You know what I mean?
There's like a cartoon. There's a fight between your brain and your heart, and your heart is all like has bandages on it and everything. The brain's like, "I told you."
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Heart got its ass kicked.
Yeah, but the heart,
Everything that
you
goes
know,
with
your
that,
heart
yeah.
is a good place to be.
No.
in,
Listen,
yeah,
it's-
and the
look,
gut is also
right. The
good.
gut is just telling you, "Hey, be careful." And you know what? You should go with your gut. I
When
would
you
say go
at your
with gut.
business, in your business, you always go with your gut. I've been in the office and I watch you. It's like there's something about that guy. blah, 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 blah.
And you know what?
No, but if you
Like 90
structure something in business, if you structure yourself correctly, and you're not offending anybody, you should never be in that situation because you never put yourself in that situation. Because that's how business is done. There's a structure in all businesses, and that's why people get in trouble because they don't follow structure. When
Oh,
you do
you're an
business,
organized-
you have to have
You're
structure.
organized.
If
He's
you
a
don't-
little,
No,
you
well,
know, as
you have
I
to-
call
No,
it,
but you know
OCD.
what?
You have to have
for
structure in
organization.
anything.
That's structure. You can't say he's a little because to you it's a little.
Yeah.
Well, you could turn around and say you're a little off. Well, I mean, a lot off. But I'm just saying, when you look at someone because you don't agree with
Well,
what
you don't
would
act-
do, all
you
of a
don't do
sudden
the
it's
same,
like,
right.
well, they're weird. You understand?
I
what
want to tell you,
that's strange.
I'll
Weird?
tell you
No,
a quick,
he's not
a
weird.
quick
No, no,
scenario.
no,
I
I'm
went
just
for a
saying in general.
license to be a contractor. So you thought that when I took the test to be the contractor license, it would say everything about how to build something, how to fix something. No, all the questions that there were in that test was about how to do business, or else you weren't getting your license. It wasn't about fixing the house. It wasn't about fixing the walls.
Wasn't about drilling the
No,
holes.
no, nothing. It was all about doing business. So society wants you to do business a certain way.
Way, that's
You go-
right.
You
That's
go
right.
to you go to school. There's a certain way. You can veer off a little, but the format has to be somewhat there, because if the format's not there, it doesn't protect the
broken,
consumer,
right.
and it doesn't protect the guy doing business. And a lot of times when the homeowner has the upper hand and the contractor is being a little sloppy and not doing the paperwork correctly, the homeowner wins out in the long run, because the homeowner decides not to pay the contractor, and the contractor
Doesn't
decides
have
to
the
get
paperwork to
right.
back
Has
it
the
up.
Yep,
because
that's right.
everything, and not for anything. When I do business, even with a friend, business is business. I write it down on paper because I'm not so smart and I might forget. That's my MO. I always say, I'm not going to forget. So we write it down so I don't insult my friend, and I'm going to insult it.
Next time I'm going to take it as an insult. He always goes, I got to write it down. I won't forget. Because I always bring my car to Frankie whenever anything
Oh,
goes
yeah.
wrong.
Frank has
You know.
fixed
But
my
Frankie,
car.
you're also
no
old school work ethic. You know,
Right.
you own an auto body shop,
That's
and you
right.
can eat off the floor at
Yes.
your auto
That's right,
body
that's
shop.
right.
So
You
you
can
know,
even take a
you-
shower
for real,
there.
you
Right.
eat off the floor there. That's how you run your place.
Well, that's-
you don't want 20 mechanics. You take care of your
That's it,
business,
that's
and
it.
you take care of good people. Frankie don't charge the least, or he charges what he's
That's
worth
it.
money.
I charge what I'm supposed to
right,
charge,
that's right.
but you get more than what you pay for.
Absolutely.
because you get the service
And
and,
you
the
got to
quality.
understand something. So am I. We're both like attention to detail. So if somebody else does that job and they don't do it the way you'd want, it's not that. And sometimes we may come across like, it's only because we do it a certain way. Sometimes we do expect other people to do it. You try and teach them.
Yeah.
But they just, some people just don't get it.
And I must
You
say,
know what I
with
mean? And it's
cars,
hard.
yeah, there's that
I mean,
skill. But
yeah.
Frankie could get on the phone with the insurance companies, and he
Yes.
knows
And
his
he'll
stuff.
handle
Very knowledgeable.
He tells them
That's
what
it,
to do
exactly.
And
because
I-
he
and
knows
It's true, that's
exactly
right.
what
He's
to
like,
do.
No.
There's no
It's supposed to
joke.
be like this. Send your guy out ASAP, and that's it.
We need this
Don't
piece.
Give it
We
to
need
you.
this
Right,
is why we need this piece. No, we can't get this.
And
job.
I always get my way. With comes
And
out of
then
that.
he
That's
says,
right, that's right.
don't call anyone.
That's it. That's right. Because you know what? You're gonna open your mouth like you do all the time.
No, you make my
All
life
the time,
difficult.
you ruin
You know,
it.
if I do that, if I'm doing the
You mean
paper,
trying
I'm
to
doing
help.
the
You
paper.
mean you're trying to help.
Yes.
But if you don't know what to say,
I don't anymore.
That's
I'm
why. And
learning.
you just say, you know what? Can you please talk to
Talk
my
to
man
Frank.
right here, Frank? And
Yeah.
that's it, Frank. All you do is you drop the car
I
off,
call
or
him
pick up
Mr.
the car,
Frank.
and it's done. That's it.
Yep.
And if he says he can't do it, I can guarantee you go anywhere else.
It can't
and
be
it won't
done.
It can't be done.
No.
So that's the truth. So.
Except they might take it from you, take your money, and still not do it.
Well, I called 6 electricians to put up a dining room light of mine when I first moved in, and they all said, it can't be done. Can't be done.
You go,
Can't be done.
Frankie.
Frank's like, that's it.
Yeah.
Enough. Give me the
That's it.
goddamn thing.
That's it.
Comes over, 2 hours,
Boom,
done,
and it's
looks
done.
great.
That's it.
Remember
And done
that?
correctly. And done correctly.
That was the first time he came in my place.
And I never even saw the fixture. She sent me a picture.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly.
I never went to the house. I
See.
just said, I know what to get.
You know what it is? It's true. It's like, look, I have this old car, and I have to change some of the wood, the paneling on it.
Right,
and
the veneer.
The veneer. I'm sorry, the veneer. And I'm like, damn. I mean, if when I sit and I look at something, I could always figure it out. I brought it to my friend, and he looked at it like 2 seconds. Just looked at it. He's another one who goes like that, but he's in the car business also. But he just sells lifts. It lifts up. His name is Roy. And he just looked in the car. He looked at it. He just boom, it pops right out, puts it in. And meanwhile, I don't want to chip anything, whatever. So of
Right.
course, I mean, for you, you'll look at it and say, in 2 seconds, you have it done. You know what I mean?
Well, nothing's
And
2
that's a gift.
seconds, but-
Well, no. But I'm just saying, it's a gift. That's what you have. It's a gift. It really,
You're
really
a
is.
gift,
It's a
right?
gift.
Yeah, the other.
Yeah.
So how do people reach you?
They call Fantastic Collision at 516-352-3838. It's a gold number.
It's a,
It's
It's
a
a
gold
gold
number.
number.
It's a gold shop. Let's make you guys
I'm a one-stop shop. I do mechanical and body work. I'm a licensed adjuster for the insurance company. So whatever I say, somewhat they have to respect my because I have the license for it.
And you always win.
It's right.
Well, I always ask for
He's a
what.
9 out of 10 type of guy. You get 9 out of 10. It's
So
the
now
truth.
Stephanie Carlino is here. How long you know her? Stephanie, come on down.
As long as I know you, 13. I met you both at the same time
Did you?
at a diner. They were getting kicked out because they were sitting in the booth too long.
Yeah.
No, because the diner was, you didn't.
Just let's get
It's the
her
truth,
Just
right?
sneak in there, yeah. Don't let her go too close to me because she's going to look.
Yeah.
Stop, whatever.
No, I can't.
I'm teasing, I'm
What's
teasing.
with this shirt? How cute.
I went to Bill's family Christmas and the one sister had it on, and we all liked it, so all of us got them.
So now you know Frank and David as long as we know each other.
Exactly. We all met at the same time.
Remember we went to David's event and wore the names that said, ask us, ask us about the Long Island Breakfast Club, and we invaded one of his events?
Invaded, crashed, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Showed up because
Yeah.
we thought we should.
That's
Hey,
it.
look, we're still here together.
Exactly.
And you're still talking to us, that's a bonus.
That's it.
Yes, this is true. Because
It's going back a while.
sometimes we get in doo-doo, you know.
Frankie, you got your little curl there going on.
Yeah, he looks kind of
Oh,
cute.
look
I
at
like
that.
it.
Rico Suave.
Yes.
Little curl in the middle of his head.
So you haven't been to one of David's things lately. Well, I went about, a month and a half ago.
I went to one at the Jones Beach Hotel, remember that?
yeah.
That was a while ago though, but it was nice.
Yeah. Oh,
put it in
okay.
the-
We'll
yeah.
just move it in the middle.
There we
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
So there
share
you
with
go.
you, babe.
Oh, look.
So
We could be like the Beatles. Sing
Yeah.
with all your might. Sing.
why don't you sing us a song? There you go. She loves me.
sing?
Yeah.
Can you?
Don't worry, kid. Let her finish what she has in her thing. Where's your thing, by the way?
Far, far away, I can
Okay.
sing.
I
And even
can't
then they don't like
I
me.
can't even sing in the shower. It's bad.
Oh.
Yeah. She says like, oh, I can.
Yeah, like I.
Yeah, I can't carry a tune in a bag if it's gift wrapped. You gotta be kidding me.
So now you're in your third act, right? Now, do we call it the third act?
Retirement?
Well, yeah,
The
you're
third
in,
act,
yeah,
okay.
you're in,
Third act.
and you've
That's
been
what it's
through a
called.
lot of
And I'm,
jobs.
and I'm not rushing to the last act.
The last act is the finale.
I'm not,
That's it. You're done.
I'm not.
An encore. Well, you won't be able to make an encore in the final act today. in life.
I said to Bill the other day, you know why? Because it was his birthday today, so we were talking, and I said, well, we're on the back nine. He said, the back nine? He said, we're lucky if we got 3 more to go. You got to be kidding the back nine.
Yeah, but Stephanie
over
has
that.
met a wonderful man, and she's like,
Oh, he's fantastic.
She's in the prime of her life, having a ball.
She deserves it.
I know she does, and not only that, she's what you've had so many jobs consulting, and you
Yes.
finally decided that you're retired.
Well, I fell and I broke my hip. That was a great.
That was the excuse.
That was a great
Okay.
incentive. But I couldn't move. It was like, oh, all right, what do I do now? Lay here like a slug. That works.
Just keep bringing them on there, Bill. Keep bringing them on.
And he
That's all.
does, he does.
And he kept bringing them on. Yes, he did.
Yes, and if you ever want to find Stephanie, you can find her.
In bed. I mean, it came out wrong. In bed being served by Bill.
It did come out wrong. But he was very good, I will say that. Except, and the funniest thing was we used the same physical therapist when he had his knee done. So I went to physical therapy, and the guy said to me, what happened to you? And I said, nothing. He goes, Bill dressed you. I went, yes. He says, tied your shoes? I go, yeah. So you didn't tell him how to use the big ears and the little ears? I said, no, I was just
Oh,
so
the bunny
grateful.
rabbit
I was
tie?
just so grateful that he put them on. I never questioned anything.
But I was looking back, in all the pictures and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was in one of those moods, and I was looking back to when we did our documentary.
Oh, right.
Remember that?
Yes.
We didn't have a place like we're lucky now to have a place. If we want to do a documentary, we have a place now. We had to call so many places to
We have
get a
home.
documentary
we have a
done.
home now, which is
Yeah.
which is nice.
And the documentary, I looked back, I saw pictures of Joanne who passed. She was a founder too. And I'm like, that was so long ago.
yeah.
That was 14, 15 years ago.
Yeah, time
And,
flies.
and yet we're still hanging in
COVID's
there.
been 2 years now. We've been
Yeah.
dealing with
Can
this.
you believe that already?
2
And then
years.
even David. David was one of our first guests when we had our big meeting. And he just blew the place away with his inspiration. So
It was
what's
always a good lead-in.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to roar for us once?
Yes, he taught me a lot.
Please.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe as the show goes on.
Yeah.
Maybe as you sit next to me more, I'll get inspired.
Whoa!
You know,
Bob, take the mic off. All right, Bob.
you
This
don't
is
know
not
what will
happening,
come out
Bob.
of my
Sorry.
mouth.
You
never
know I got your
know.
back, buddy. I love you.
So full of
Don't worry, Bill.
inspiration today.
Look, look, look.
Bill
I
has
say he's
nothing.
drunk.
Bill has nothing to worry about at all.
I'm so
But
nervous. I don't know what to call him. Bill, Bob,
listen,
George.
You want to roar? Our world and country needs a turnaround, ladies and gentlemen.
There you
How
go.
long are we going to let this stuff go on like we don't see anything?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Well,
Let me
when
give
did
a
it
quick
happen?
shout out.
I think
Jenny
the
and
best
Jenny
thing I
C.
heard- whoops.
We have Sue. I'm just giving just a quick. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just giving a quick shout
I
out.
was just going to say the best thing I heard was don't build it back better, put it back the
That
way it was.
Yeah,
I'll go
right.
with that. I
What's
like
old
that.
is
I'll
new.
go-
What's old is new.
That's it.
Who's
Yeah, so,
watching?
good morning, Saba. Grace, where have you been, Grace? You haven't seen you in a long time. We miss you, hon. And Denise. Denise, I haven't spoken to Denise. She's the president of Hempstead Kiwanis, and she's moving with her new beau. I don't know if it was North Carolina. I know. Correct me if it is at North Carolina or something like that. And met a really, really nice guy. I wish you all the luck. Karen, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Eliza, good morning. Good morning. Francis, how you doing? Beatrice, hello, hello, hello. Sad shout out, Dom. Very sorry to hear about a family member. We love you. We miss you. If you need us for anything, we're here. You know that. And I don't want to talk about it much, but it breaks our heart. But we're there for you if you need us. And we have, wait a second. Okay, then, Gloria. Gloria is Jennifer's mom. You know Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay.
Love Jennifer.
This woman, she's a retired real estate agent. And I didn't realize where I met her. I mean, years ago. She's a hard, she was a hard business woman
She
to
was
deal
tough.
with, meaning she doesn't tolerate that's what you were talking about before. She doesn't tolerate any kind of crap. She does a great job in real estate. She just retired out a few years ago. She's a great cook, her and her daughter and her other daughter. So thank you for all the food that you make. I swear to you, she's like, get your behind over here. And now it's like, look, I made you something, okay? I'm like, listen, I don't know if I can make it there, whatever. And she'll turn around and say, your food's here. Come pick it up. In the way she says it.
That's an
I'm like, I'm
Italian.
right there.
Usually
She's
Italian
and I gotta
people.
tell you, she
tell
has
you.
a heart of gold.
I know it's National Compliment Day, but first you mentioned the guy with the lemonade and the food. Now you
But
mention
it's
this
got
person
food.
with food,
Yeah, but-
and it's lunchtime, and I don't see any food here.
There's coffee.
So I know it's National
All right, give me another cup there.
There
I
is
know it's
cookies.
National Compliment
There is
Day, but where's
cookies.
that food? You know?
There's cookies.
Ashley, how you doing, hon? We miss you. And Cheryl and Steve. Steve, we're gonna have lunch next week. I promise. And that's it for just now, because I know I just did another page thing here. But anyway, let's continue.
So we're talking about, you said the world needs a turnaround.
Who's to speak for the world? We got our own problems, but obviously something is going on. Too many regular people are unhappy.
Yes.
Everyone's afraid to talk. When are we allowed to stop being happy again and moving in the right direction? At least on a little bit. When are we allowed to bring it up and discuss it? When are we allowed to be tired of what's
it
going
depends
on in front of our eyes?
Who you're
2 weeks
discussing
from
it with.
Tuesday.
2 weeks from Tuesday.
I'll give you a day.
That's right.
February 22nd, 2022.
I said it,
Lucky
let's do it.
Tuesday is
Yeah,
a turnaround.
that's
it.
Lucky Tuesday, let's
Write
start
that
it.
down.
Lucky
Is the
Tuesday. I like
day
that.
to start
Momentum.
turning
Let's start a
things.
momentum. Let's start a movement.
Let's start it. Let's
Start a movement.
We
Let's
see,
start a
all the
movement.
signs.
we
That's a
see
very
what
good
you're
thing.
doing.
Right.
We see what you're doing, and we're not going to be fooled anymore. We need to at least do this for our children.
I
right.
like
I
it.
To
agree.
turn things around
I agree.
in a minimum of a little bit of a common sense direction.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you something.
Go back to
Let's
basics.
take politics away from you. You want politics?
No, I really don't.
I don't
No.
either. No
Okay.
politics.
Right. Basics.
No politics. Basics.
Right,
common
basic,
sense.
okay.
That's it.
Except for maybe if they ordered the cheese buns. Have you ever heard of a baker ordering their bread they're from another bakery? A baker makes their own bakery. A bakery makes their own bread.
A
My
baker,
point is
yeah.
oil. Let's go to gas prices.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
$4 and change compared to $1 something and change. Why are we buying our oil from another country when we make it ourselves?
And we have our own. Now listen.
And we have more than
listen to
our
me.
own.
We have so much
Why
in
we
reserve
buy from another
that we
bakery
could-
when we make
do
our
you
own
know
bread?
what? We could listen. We could last. I think they said 80, 85 years if we wouldn't buy oil from anybody.
But listen,
why
why are
don't we
we
buy it
saving?
from another
But why are we
country?
saving something when we're
Years.
changing the way we're doing business, with the way we're structuring cars and the way
We don't
things are
even
running?
make those little chips now. We're finally going to make them. We've been dependent on countries outside the
Making
United
our
States.
trips.
Chips, those little chips. Now they're going. Now they
For the
just
cars.
For the cars. Now
Yes.
they're going to make them. They finally going to make them in Missouri. Finally, they just
No, no, no,
announced we
no.
have our own little.
Well, I don't, I'm gonna, if I open my mouth, I'm gonna start talking politics because I don't think our country should deal with countries that are communist because that's retarded. That's really
Did you
crazy.
see Diane Sawyer Friday
Yeah,
night?
no,
she
but-
said if you went through your kitchen and you took out of your kitchen everything, the appliances, tchotchkes, everything that was made in China, you'd be left with the sink.
You're
And even
totally
the
right.
sink is.
Probably.
It is.
No, and you're totally right. You're totally right because I'm in the car industry. Everything's made in China.
All we have to do is pay 50. What did she say? If you paid 50 cents more an item, we could have them made here.
And I
With
want
the
to tell you
same
something,
amount
like
of value.
anything made in the United States, not for anything, even when you open up the box, is much, you pay a little more for it, but it's much
Well,
better
you
made.
pay for what you get
It's
what
much
you pay
better,
for.
but no,
always.
it's much better made because we're paying more money to get it made.
That's right.
We're paying our workers more money.
Yes.
We have
not
respect for
sweatshops. It's not
people.
like the sweatshop
We're not paying
stuff.
people $3 an hour. We're
Right.
paying people $22 an hour.
That's right.
So how could you compete with somebody like that? What they should do, because I used to bring in gray market cars. The gray market cars is from Germany. Okay, this is
didn't
going
say the
back.
black market.
No. This is
Can't say
this is talking about 25, 30 years
Right,
ago.
well, wait.
So what the government did, because I was cutting the cost of buying the same car from me than you buy from the dealer. So the government said, okay, they're making X number of dollars. What we're going to do, there was an $800 tariff on the car every time it came in. So after 3 years, the market got flooded because everybody was doing it, right? Because the value of our money in 1983 was 3 to 1. That's how strong the dollar was, 3.5 to 1, okay? The government said, okay, we're making so much money, we're gonna tariff it more. So they made it $3,000 per car. So then it made it not worth it to ship the car here. So what I'm trying to get at is, you wanna buy the stuff from China? Okay, China, you wanna bring it in? We're gonna tax you and make the money
Exactly.
right at the border.
But there
So
are certain
we're,
things people don't even know, including
Right.
myself, where no one's thinking until they heard it recently where are
Right.
chips being made. But it
Right.
doesn't take much sense once you know if no chips come in, no cars go out.
Exactly.
So theoretically,
Right.
a country could hold us hostage because
That's
no
right,
cars
that's
could
right.
go
And-
up
and-
the assembly
and-
line
and they
without
do.
the chips
And
that
they
they make.
do.
Right.
Hence, we
Right.
should make our own. Hence, we should be buying our own gas. Why have gas prices go? You
I
seem to know a
agree.
lot. Why have they gone up 3 times in 1 year?
we're gonna talk
Because
about
they're allowed
politics.
to do it.
Now we're
Because
talking about get
no,
traffic.
No, we're
because
talking,
you're allowed.
we're talking about gas.
Because you're
It
allowed
doesn't have
to
to
do
be
it.
politics. It's gas.
But the
Well, look at the
politicians
reserve,
control.
because here's what's happening. That's why everything is crashing now. Everything is crashing because for so
Yeah,
long,
this
all of
week.
these people have been getting money on the dole. So of course all the stock was going up because they're taking their money. The government's giving them. They're going to McDonald's. They're going here. They're going there. They're spending this money because half of them got it. They don't need it, and they're all spending all this money. There was willy nilly. I mean, listen, I'm not rich, but I mean, I got that money. I could have passed if that money would have gone someplace where it would have been a more benefit. But this is what happened. So now all this free spending is stopping. So now all the stock, it's a triple down domino effect. Now the stocks are going down because the people aren't buying and eating and doing all of this other stuff. So I say be prepared actually to lose a third of your money. Sadly, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, and not only that, same thing with the, they're raising everything because of the shipping now, right? So because the shippers weren't really making a lot of money, so they started slowing that down. Okay, so what the problem is going to be is that eventually, like Amazon, great that we all buy from Amazon, but when Amazon overfloods the market, and then you're not going to go to the store to the mall to buy your stuff, the malls are going to shut down, and all the people around the mall, their taxes are going to go so high, you ain't going to believe it.
Forget the people losing their job.
When you get rid of businesses and you do everything on the internet, you're going to have a problem. Because the small businesses, just like the working middle class of this country, made this country for what
Right.
it is. Not the rich people, not the poor people.
Well, the
the
middle
people
class,
that middle
yeah.
class could fund this country.
Well-
they do most of the work.
Middle
And
class is
also, getting away
dissipating.
from the country to Long Island, the middle class, the midlife, they're the ones that are spending the most money on Long Island. And those are the
Yeah,
people
but-
that we need to remind people, these are the people that are going to leave.
You turn around and you think about it. All these companies, and it's true, when you talk about overseas or whatever, what about the poor people now?
Well, that's a
I'm
whole
sorry.
nother.
I mean, that's a whole different thing. But I got to tell
That's
you,
a whole nother subject.
how much money have we prospered over it? The clothes that we wear, the shoes,
Right.
everything. And it's not middle, it's not rich. I mean, meaning just the poor people are the ones that suffered.
Yes.
You know?
Almost, sure.
I don't care if they're out in the fields,
But
whatever it is.
there
I
are
don't care
some,
who you
I mean,
you
they
know,
get quite, taken care of. Not in a great way.
But yeah, with some. But
Not
what do
all.
we have a bigger population of?
Right.
The poor, middle class,
No,
or rich?
No, you're right.
So what do you mean some? I
Well,
mean,
I've seen a lot. I work in
you haven't
government.
seen enough. That's why you're saying that. I'm just being honest with you.
No, but I
'Cause
see-
when you see the poor, then you'll never say something like that.
All right, but it's
I
not
mean,
so
do you
much.
understand what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
need to see it in order for you to. I've just seen. No, not news.
Right.
You know, my kids, my older kids.
mean
I
like
remember,
going out
now,
there
no,
and-
listen. It's even we're talking about even in the city, like in Harlem. I was
Right.
born on 101st. I was in Mount Sinai, and 125th and Lenox. I remember my kids whenever we would come back from Jersey, I would just get off the FDR, and then just take Park, whatever it is, instead of taking the FDR, and I know a lot of places there, so I would stop. There was like a chicken place that I knew this lady since I was a kid. I would stop the car, and I tell the kids, just wait a second. I said, I'm gonna pick some chicken up. My kids were like, oh my God, they were like, lock the doors, and they're no different than you and I.
Right.
And I purposely did that with my kids just to show them, listen, you know how lucky you are?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know how lucky you are?
You're right
You're
about
sitting
that.
there, you got an Xbox. They're selling Xboxes for $1,200 now. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Right.
All right? There are kids out there that'll never, listen, they only hear about an Xbox.
Right. Well, that's.
And I know I grew up in a railroad apartment, so as soon as you open the door, you have the kitchen, you had a bathroom, and then you had like the living room, dining room, and then it was a 2-bedroom, and then we had double bunk beds, and the last room that had a door was my parents' room.
And the room is a 10 by 10.
And when I tell you, yeah,
Yeah, 10 by 10.
You know, so you know what? I know what it's like not to have, but I got to tell you, I wish that upon no one
Of
to have to
course,
ever go through something like that. But you know, and this isn't nowhere near when you go to Mexico. You know, you'll go to Haiti, you'll go to Africa,
forget
whatever.
those-
Listen, forget about it. You know, and that's where we sit there, and a lot of this stuff is made. You know, I sat there and I looked at the sneakers, Nike. It'll say whatever, made in China. Meanwhile, we're paying like $200 for a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
You are. I'm not.
I'm just saying. You know,
I
joking with you.
I think they sell more things if the things were priced at what they are. Like I have a friend that just bought a $4 million house up in Wakabuck. They bought this house in $4 million. You look out, you can't even put a picnic in the backyard. It's all trees and wood. I said, you got a $400,000 house with a $5.5 million zip code. I mean, things are not worth what. That's where the issue.
That's going to be a scary thing because everybody's paying a lot for their houses
That's
right
right.
now because the interest rate's low.
They're
And
right, right.
Once the interest rate goes up, the house market drops.
Exactly.
And these poor people that are buying, listen, and also the quality of life changes because you're having two people. When I was growing up, my mother stood home, my father worked, or my mother worked, but it was like more of a family. Today it's like both parents work. They drop the kid at daycare.
That's it.
The kid's not being taught respect. You got the kid pulling out the phone at 11 years old telling you he's got rights. What rights? You're 11 years old living in my house.
Really?
You know what I mean? You don't even have respect. Like Dave said to me that in another country, some country, the first 3 years, they're teaching the kids respect before about.
I was saying in the Japanese schools, they teach before they teach you math,
right.
before they teach anything else. They teach behavior and stuff. Frank, my buddy, I love you, and I know what you're saying about that. But I actually once insulted someone at a meeting by mistake. I was talking about our generation and how lucky we are that we're the last generation of a mixture of before the computer and after the computer.
Right.
We
Right in the
remember
middle.
life distinctly before this computer ever came out.
Right, right.
Because a lot of people being born now, the last 25 years, they only know the technology world. Hence, they don't know about hanging out on street corners
Right,
and
we
hanging
know
out with
that.
friends.
What
And,
about, what about cell phones on the corner of every corner in Manhattan?
They
Cell
know how,
phone.
Yeah.
I
they
mean,
know how to
telephone.
tell
Telephone.
time.
You can't buy
They
one.
don't.
You
They
can't
don't
buy
know how
one.
to tell time. They know how to read time.
That's right.
They don't know how the hands go. They
Spelling,
can-
their spelling is
giving
horrible.
cha- or
You
giving
remember
change.
spelling bees?
Oh my God! You ever go to
Change,
the store
yeah.
and give change?
giving
remember-
change at the store.
No,
You
forget it.
gotta tell them.
It's absurd.
Give me another $1. You didn't give me the right change.
I turned around, I grabbed, I have, for decoration, I have an old rotary phone. And I turned around and I said to my son, dial this thing. my youngest son. So he just starts. He
With
goes,
the
Dad,
no.
how does this,
Work.
work? And you know what? It was a simple thing. Don't get me wrong. The world still ran great. I think. I think with this, like I said, with the way media is, it's a great thing. You go, hey Google, can you tell me how to make a bagel?
Well,
And-
you know what it is?
it's-
We're
It makes you lazy.
But it's different because we were raised to live in the world that we're raised in, and I look at these kids at work and all of that. They have no skills, no people skills. They don't. But you know what? Maybe the generation that they're going to be living in isn't going to have that. So, they're preparing for a world that we don't understand.
That we don't know.
But I would tell you one
Right.
thing, their schooling is a lot harder than when we went to school.
Yeah, I
The
mean, the math, I don't even
the-
understand. Listen,
the
my-
stuff
my-
that they're learning in school, and you look at their homework, it blows your mind. These kids, what they have
My
to
Well,
do.
you
son was
gotta
telling me
know.
how to. My daughter, 11, she'll be 12, turns around and gives me a division, like just 5. How many times is 5 going to 10? She put 2. But the way you do it, you have to use the box method. You have to box out the
Well,
1,
that's the
and
new-
0. You have to box it out again. And I mean, you still get the same answer, but it's a different way. And I got to tell you, the
You
way
gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
it's-
it teaches. Well, that I used to fight that the common core math because they can't do things in their head percentage. The girl said, I was in the store. How much is that? Oh, 20% off. She said, I have to get my computer. My
Right, or calculator.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the common, I will say this: you're right. The answer is the answer, and it's easier. But what they're learning, which is valuable, is they're learning a thought process, which I respect. I don't think they should. I think they should start that in kindergarten and let everyone who's long continue the way they were. I think their problem was they started that in 5th grade. They started
late,
that in high
right,
school.
right.
I think it's too late for them. But I do think the methodology that it teaches you how to think and how to follow the steps is valuable.
But you're
process
I
thinking.
think
But
any
you're-
thought process is
but you're
valuable. But I got to tell
depending
you,
on a-
if I
a-
can't help my kid,
How can you
you
help?
come. You know what I mean? Only the teacher.
Yeah.
Now it's bad enough the teachers have to be parents, and they have to teach kids. First of all, the kids wake up,
sorry.
get dressed, come to school, they act up, whatever it is. Now they're being not only they're trying to teach, they're teaching you behavioral. Sit, stop talking. Blah, blah. Parents, you get home, you're tired, you come home from work, your kid says, "Mom, Dad, can you show me how to do this?" And meanwhile, I know nothing of it. I'm like,
I know
I'm sorry, I
nothing.
can't even help you. This is the way I do it. And I mean, I'm not saying my way's right, but I mean, I understand the thought process, which is great. But at least help us to help them.
Right.
You know
And
what I mean?
that's
all
life
I'm
in
saying.
general.
Well,
you
everything's
know.
depending on, like, listen, you tell your kid where's north, south, east, and west, he don't know.
That's right.
It depends on his phone. So like you said in school with the math, they don't go to school and do the math on a piece of paper, because I used to take trigonometry. It'd be like a page and a half to finish one
That's it.
problem, and I'd be handwriting it. They're doing it on a calculator.
That's
They
right.
take a
It's different
calculator to do it. So when the calculator doesn't exist, and they lose it or it breaks or the battery shuts down, where are they then?
They're done.
They're done. So as much as they know all that stuff, they're not really using their brain. They're just doing steps.
It's like spelling. Look at this. You got the autocorrect. You know what?
It helps me a lot.
I remember I used to be this. I used to do the spelling bee contest. I remember we had to go home, and they gave us all a list of like 300 words, and you have to study it. They don't even have spelling bee. I mean,
Yeah,
there
I
are
won
some
spelling
places-
bee when I was in
You know?
And they'll text you, and I can't figure it out. And I say to my grandson, "Are you saving a vowel? Can you throw the
Well, who
E
can
in there so
understand
I
the
can
text?
understand what you're saying?"
Right, it's all shortcut.
Everything is
And not for anything.
Saving a vowel. Really?
So David, you were saying that you offended someone and you didn't
Oh, yeah,
know
right. Tell us how.
in the meeting.
Oh no!
so finish that story.
Just when we say that all kids are this, or all this,
Right.
and I'm sure we all know. Always exception to the wonderful kids out there doing good
yes,
stuff
yes.
and volunteering and stuff. It would be wrong to do that all on society. It's going to be hundreds of years from now when they start, I guess, looking back at this technology age and judging it. But not only do I think maybe we're all on information overload, like we're just getting information all the time.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened is people used to get upset all the time, but everyone didn't have to hear it.
Right.
But now, every time a single person in the world is upset about something, they have the ability to tell the whole single world about it. Not that they're
Right.
watching, but they'll tell Facebook, they'll tell Twitter, they'll make a YouTube video. So now we're on this information thing, and all of us humans have to figure out how to adapt to this technology
piss people
of
off.
information going back all the time so much. What, you know, and not even what to pay attention to. I hate to think of misinformation. Some people use the term misinformation just because someone disagrees with their point, and that's not what misinformation could be. Misinformation would be a purposeful lie. That's misinformation. But having a disagreement on thought is not misinformation.
Right.
Of
You know,
course, right.
so all
It's
this
your
information going back and forth. Once again, everyone has an opinion, but everyone expressing it. Where does it stop? You know, I don't know. I know the most important thing to me as a citizen of our country going forward is actually fair elections, and that it's up to each state to make that happen. Some people say we should make a federal law for fair elections, but actually I wouldn't want to give that power to one entity, since one entity could actually screw it up. I'd rather put it in the power of 50 states, but to every state in America, watch your election for the good of the country. Make sure your election is fair.
Okay, it's
As an
hard,
average
though. Come on,
citizen,
it's not
I don't
everybody-
care. I don't care who wins or loses, but I care that the election is fair.
Yes.
That's not too
For
much
the
to
country,
ask
not,
for.
not for one party.
the world
Not for a
isn't fair.
party.
The party, for the
You're
country.
talking
Right.
You're talking about things, how they change.
For the people.
I mean, look at just how there is no respect. Look at these magnificent buildings that they're tearing down and are building eyesores. You go to Europe or any place else, some of these older cities, there's history there. It's beautiful. People are going to come to New York 100 years from now and say, who lived here? Star Trek?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean,
But that's
Are
just
they
work.
taking down
Listen,
view-
you think the Jetson? I mean, first of all, it was out of this world.
No, but it's
But
very
it's real.
close.
It's
Yeah,
real.
I was just
Lost
gonna
in
say,
space. I mean, it's real.
you know, that's stuff that when
It's
we were
real.
watching
I'm
when we
sorry,
were
it's real.
kids.
Do you
That was
remember
fun, too.
Big Brother, we used to get the announcements in school on the speaker, and they said, you
That's
know,
right.
I remember one teacher pulled, we used to pull down the screens to see the movies, and he pulled it up, and he turned the thing on the wall. Well, it was so radical. Well, oh my God, the movie's on the wall. He said, you know what? He said, probably not in my lifetime, but maybe in your children's lifetime. That's how you're going to see things. And sure enough, don't they have those flat screen televisions where people are watching their walls?
Yeah.
I mean, that was in
That's right,
preschool,
yeah.
and how far advanced was
Well,
that?
you're
Well, I'll tell you,
also-
the Jetsons is a perfect thing.
Well,
'cause
what
they're
about
gone
Fred
now.
That's it.
Flintstone?
100%.
Wilmer and Fred.
Online,
My favorite
the
show.
Jetsons, yes.
Yeah, the Jetsons was.
Could we pick a topic to laugh at? I got one. We didn't go over this, but I want to check with you guys.
We gotta
What's
cut
with
off
these?
too, but yeah.
What's with these billionaires going to the moon? To me, it's like they go
Right.
beyond the cloud and come back. They say they're going to the moon. I want to go to the moon. When they tell me they're going to space, I want them walking on moon.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like they're going to Adventureland.
For 4 hours.
Let's spend some years.
Right.
Okay, turn
Exactly.
around.
For 4 hours. We go up and we come back down.
Back in
$300,000
15 minutes.
for
Look
that.
at this shit.
$300,000.
You don't move. You just look out the window. Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. Look.
I
You
thought
use your
Jeff
phone.
Bezos
Click.
was going to put an American flag in the moon.
Right, I thought he was gonna step out.
Yeah.
He's back in 10 minutes with
right.
popcorn. Come on.
I'm not going to the moon.
Yeah.
I might send someone else to the moon. But I'm not going.
Totally, that's crazy.
They're back so fast, these people. They're
I
not
know,
that
it's
fast.
absurd.
Oh, God. This
That's
is
a
a
good thing to spend money on.
Yeah.
Let's spend money
Yeah,
on
right.
that
Let's
one.
do that. Let's save our money for that.
Yeah, let's
10
But
minutes.
that's for the
Justin,
trip.
Justin Cannon, thank you again for watching. Kevin, I love you. Send the family hugs and kisses. Benny B, again, I cannot thank you again for a job well done. And guys, thank you. You know what? This is something that I'll tell you. One thing
just
I
wanna
never really like to talk about politics, but this was good.
excellent today.
Thank you,
Really.
guys. This was because most of the time, politics and religion, I just don't want it.
Right, it's
My
very-
dear friend, with
But right.
platforms, can't we
Right,
talk
right.
policies?
Yeah,
No,
policies
100%.
doesn't have to
Listen,
be politics.
Listen, right.
No.
I know, but it's still,
This
look,
is
look.
a wild gosh.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
listen, guys, I want to say thank you.
So it's
Thanks
a
for
great
having
show.
us.
Thank
Great
you
show.
for having
Thank you.
us.
I don't mean to cut everybody off here. This was good, I got to tell you.
Very
Cliff, thanks
good.
again for a job well done. Everybody for watching. Don't forget to share this page. You know, if there's something that, I mean, of course, you could always rewatch it again. And, yeah, no, I did. Benny, just watch them again. I know you came on now. But shout out and kudos to everybody on the team. And looking forward to doing our next event here. So, again, thank you again. Guys, thank you so much. Our sponsors, which I want to thank Oro Puro, a great jewelry place. We have Tranquility Spa, which is the best massage in the world with the Salt Cave. And if you want your taxes, don't forget taxes. When are
Coming
they?
up.
They're going to be
Coming
coming
up.
up.
They actually
Jackson
started
knew
early.
it. You have to see
Mr.
Mr. Prince
Prince.
and tell him we sent you. The guy's amazing, and we're very grateful for him. So, guys, again, thank you. And it's
It's a wrap.